Namaskar, good morning, dear devotees and friends. So let us begin the wonderful journey following the path of pure Advaita by chanting this mantra. Dikaladi anabachinna ananta Chinmatra Murtaye Swanubhuti Ekamanaya Namah Shantaya Tejase. I salute the Supreme Brahman, who is beyond all qualities, tranquil, above all limitations, time, space, causations, the embodiment of infinite consciousness, and can be known through the proof of one's own experience. The Brahman is our goal. To understand Brahman, to know Brahman, that is our journey. And we are teaching to his disciple Sri Ramachandra instruction, trying to understand what is this Brahman, how to reach to this Brahman, and what happens after reaching it. To some extent we have already discussed. Now here they are explaining very interesting that he is asking his disciple Sri Rama, O Rama, destroy your desires. So that is, we will discuss, but before that, I like to congratulate all the Happy Father's Day. The father is a word that gives us, and also like this, that one whom we can believe, that is the father figure. Sometimes they will say the father figure. The father figure means that is the way. When I took charge in Narottam Nagar, there were many teachers who were there older than me by age, and the many other the workers were there, staff was there. So by that way I was that word I liked. I tried to behave like that. The different people will come, but it is a person on whom we can depend. That is the father. So that's why they say the father. It's a Father's Day. For compassion, for love, for many other things, we can go to mother. But whenever there is any danger, whenever there is a problem, we always turn towards the Father. And Lord Jesus called his God as his Father. So today, I congratulate them and begin our journey. Nirvasani bhavam ahara asu vivekataha. In the last discourse, we quoted this verse. It is the 10th verse. Therefore, O Rama, with the help of discrimination, clean your mind from desire. So this is the first instruction. Therefore, why tasmat? They have discussed. Because of the mind, we are bound, and constant back and taking different type of forms, names, suffering. When you understand this, and you know the technique to go out, as the Lord Buddha in his the dictum he said, the dukkha, the jagat, this whole is a cause of misery. There's a chances, the paths to go beyond the misery, like that. So he is telling, here also it says, what is the cause of misery? Your desire. So live in to learn, each and every one of us, in every walks of lives. Not that only in the monastic life it is possible. It is easy in the monastic life, as because there is no that way in a family burden, as they say, the family responsibilities, and social responsibilities also very less for the monks, particularly in Hindu monks. So that is the way they can think. But anyone, anywhere, the work, hankering for the result. So that is the attachment. So whatever the responsibility has been given to me, I will try to possible. And the capacity differs. There are some people who give the teachings or to serve the people, the capacity is less, but they are trying their best. That is sufficient. We should. Tasmat, therefore, nirvasani bhavam, to go beyond all desires, bhavam, ahara, asu vivekataha. How? By discrimination, by vichara, by analyzing. So that is the path he is suggesting, as because this is the Vedanta. Then he said, you have to develop hatred for the desires. That is a way of teaching, but in a negative way, he is trying to take us to the positive goal. What is the negative? That is hating. If you try to hate someone, if you develop the linguistic group or religious group or cultural group, hatred, that hatred will come back again, as they call it, like a boomerang. It will come back. So here, when the English translation develop hatred, I don't think it should be like this. Develop understanding, and that will help you to go. Abrolekha shashinam means the clouds, shashinam in the moon. The moon is clean, but they are made. Looking at the that moon, oh, this portion is covered by the cloud. Yatha abrolekha shashinam, as the clouds stain the moon. Sudha lepanam masiyatha, marking some dots on the white wall. Similarly, dushayati evam antanaranam asha pishachika. Why these words that is a demoness, pishachika? What? Our desire. Otherwise, we are all very, very clean, very happy, pure, Atman. No connection with the Atman. As the clouds has no connection with the moon, but still making the moon this desire with the pure Atman, but as if the Atman is attached to that. So, Pishachika, that this type of words has been used to make it, to fight against that. It is very, very, very difficult. We are surviving because of the desire. Each and every time, because of the desire, asha. Asha is the successful. Next time it will be, next time it will be. We go on. That is the life force. That is nothing wrong. But when we are expecting that we have done this work and the result should be like this, otherwise I'm going to kill myself, and like that way if we desire, work. The demons of desires pollute the mind of human being. So there is another way. First is the discrimination, vichara, and you have to analyze the thing. Everything is temporary. Whatever I do is all temporary. So it's not necessary. The one lady, she rang me and she was telling she is earning a lot and she wants to earn a lot. Why? I like to serve people. There's a great desire, very good desire. I like to serve people, particularly the oppressed, the children and the women. I like to serve them. And for that, if I have the money, I earn it through business. And I am not going to spend that money for myself. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna encouraging for that. When the Master Mahashaya was asking, can I earn little more money? Why not? Sri Ramakrishna said, if you can, by following the right path, earn money, that will be good. You can serve many people, good people. Master Mahashaya, Sri Ma, in those days it was allowed, he used to work in 3 schools. And whatever the salary used to come from the first school, he used to give it to Ma Saradamani Devi to maintain her ashrama. And then second, he used to give to the Swami Vivekananda and his brothers. A little money, not much. And the third one, he used to spend for his own family. So look at it. So this is the way when that lady told, and it's very good. I encouraged her and I liked her. It is no desire. I am trying to help others, even want that they should remember me, they should for service. Only thing, if I understand, I am doing it because they are all living gods and goddesses. Not out of emotion. Oh, those people are suffering, let me. No, not that. They are gods, living gods and gods. To make mind, no mind. How? They say, anta mukhataya sarvam. Chit bannho trijagat trinam. Juhata anta niriveta Rama chitta adi bibhramaha. Now you light a fire, fires into that. For the dry leaves and the dry fagots into that fire and make the fire burn all those, you offer all your desires into that fire. Thing happened. The kunda, the fire was burning, and as a symbol, we were taking the billa leaves and were giving one after another, all eshanas, burn, burn, burn. Eshana means desire. Putra ishana, vitta ishana, all eshana, all desires. And the one after another, the mantra, the Guru was going on repeating, and we were giving oblation. And so feeling everything is going out from my mind. There is nothing in my mind except one thing, that I am that Supreme Brahman. Constant awareness of that. And in the path of the yoga, merging into, that is the way he is telling, fire of Banno, so Chit Banno, the fire of consciousness, what you should burn into that? 3 Jagat. The 3 worlds you should burn into that. Swarga, Matta, Patala. And this the nether world, this world, and also the heaven. So that is Hinduism. Hinduism never stops in heaven. The majority of the people, they think if I could go to heaven, and that is the ultimate goal of many religion, many philosophy. Hinduism says no, that is also a place of bhoga. Anything that we are acquiring, if I am going on doing good work through physically and mentally and through the words, three karma. So if I has a good result, enjoy over there. But that is also the limitation, because I have acquired that. Anything that you are going to get by doing something, that is going to be limited, that is going to be destroyed. One day you have to come back once again. This is the karma bhumi. So that's why it is telling that you have to offer and burn what? Three jagat, all the three world, anta mukhataya, and take your mind beyond that. We will be coming to that if the time permits. The anta mukhataya, take the mind beyond that three. There is no desire even for the heaven. Just in Andaman, I was sitting outside in my room. Then one young lady came and she told Swamiji, if you get converted into my faith, you will go to heaven. I told, ma'am, have you visited heaven? She told, no. I told, how do you know that's a good place? The people, after visiting heaven, have they come back and reported? So you don't know whether there is a electric connection is there, proper water is there, drinking water. I just making, kidding her, they're just making fun. You don't know what is heaven. You are going on propagating for the heaven. Suppose you are trying to take people to a place of visit, you must first go see and then you should come. You must be genuine. Let us try to go in our own path. Don't try to convert others. You believe to go to heaven, go. No problem. I am also believing in something. So the heaven conception is nothing but the enjoyment, and without earning anything. Here in the world, you have to earn. You have to go to the office, you have to work for 8-10 hours, you have to manage your bosses, you have to manage so many things. Then only after the end of the month, your check will be paid. Then you are earning. And in heaven, nothing like that. Whatever you have done over here, it is all accumulated over there. You go and enjoy. That's the conception. So the people are constantly thinking that if we go to heaven, we'll be enjoying. Again, we can suppose that when we go over there, we find that some people are enjoying, like the Narada and others who are very holy soul. They are free, much better way. Then there will be jealousy again. Narada can go to the God anytime. I cannot go, only once in a month, and for 1 hour I can go and meet my God. Why this should be? And again there will be protest in the heaven also. We do not know. So that is the reason we have to understand the heaven is also a place where limitations are there. So why to heaven? Why in the pure the thing that is teaching, Vasistha is teaching to Sri Ramachandra, you offer that also to the fire. Juhata antaha, mentally offer like the oblation. What? All the desire to enjoy this world or the nether world or the heaven, all and chittwadi vibhramaha, all the illusions of the mind. What is the illusion? This imagination. Oh, heaven must be very wonderful. There must be all green. There must be all beautiful sweet water and all this imagination. So this is the thing that he said, give as an oblation to the fire. Burn it and go beyond all desire. Going to heaven is also a desire. Go beyond that. Merge with the original, merge with the God, merge with the Brahman, go back to. So, the yoga and the jnana, these are the two marga. Marga means the path. Yoga marga, by withdrawing the senses, and jnana marga, by analyzing the sense objects. These are two only. We are withdrawing the senses, sense organs from the sense objects. No, I don't like to see this. I don't like to hear this. I don't like to smell this. I don't like to taste it. I don't like to touch it. And then putting the mind, no, you have to, and without anything, you must stay over there. So, that is the way Nirodha, the very first yoga. Anything that the thoughts come, immediately you have to nullify that. Nirodha, you have to stop that. This is the way one can do. And only analyze. They are not meditating. They are not withdrawing. They are sending out their senses and, oh, what is that? It's a beautiful flower. What is there? Only for a day or two it will be there, and it has now bloomed, and afterwards, after 2-3 days, it won't be there. So, they analyze and they never get attached to that. When you are withdrawing your mind, there is a lot of the fighting goes on. The mind wants to go. You like to withdraw, like a controlling the wild horse. The Vedanta, your mind wants to go, like Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna in his life. Sometimes we find both. He was following all the paths to teachers. The different type of people are there, different type of. So they what is that? The people, they used to always think how the Jamindars in those days, in the beginning of the 18th century, in those days the people, rich people and the landlords, they used to lie on the couch and will be smoking from the hubble bubble and made of the silver. And naturally poor people from distance, they used to think, oh my God, it must be very, very enjoyable thing. Sri Ramakrishna, to break that idea, he said to his disciple, who was also a very rich man, the Jamindar Mathur Babu, he said, Mathur, I want to enjoy that as you people do. Arrange a new couch, arrange a new hubble bubble, and I like. Then, before everyone, he lied on his right and he was smoking from the hubble bubble as the rich people they do. Then he changed his position to the left. Then he lied on his back, lied on his belly. Then afterwards he stood up and threw all that and said, mind, this is called smoking from this hubble bubble. That is called bichara. We are not withdrawing. Oh, no, no, no. That man is enjoying over there. Now, I should not send my mind over there. That is bad. I should not send. I am going on withdrawing my mind. Another way, you go and analyze, and then you come out with the result. This is so temporary. Nothing is there. So, that is the way we have to understand. According to the jnana, it is the analysis. According to the yoga, it is withdrawal. But whatever path you like, you apply and withdraw your mind. When the mind becomes no mind, then what happens? No mind means it dissolves desire. So that we are analyzing and then segregating, separating the that is the Vedantin are very. There is nothing. There is of course something, and which can be expressed as asti. Asti means it is there. Again, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is telling, open an onion, go on peeling the covers of the onions one after another, and when you finish, what you find? Nothing. But there is something, and that something is the onion. When a son came to his father, they in relation the son and father and the son, but the son was the student, father was the teacher. So he came and told, "Oh, honorable sir, teacher, can you please teach me where from this world has come? And what is this?" Then he told, "Look, that's a fig tree. Can you bring a and pluck a fruit, and then can you open it for me?" And he opened it. What are those things? They are the small seeds. Hundreds of seeds in the small little seed, the fig. And can you break that little seed? And the son broke. What is there? Nothing. No. There is that fig tree. You can't see that. We analyze it, we find that nothing. There is something. Something cannot come out of nothing. So that is the statement. So that means something is there. What is that something? Consciousness. It is all pervading consciousness, everywhere that consciousness. That is the substratum. On that substratum, with the power of that particular consciousness, which we call sometimes the Brahma, the creator, all these creations are going on. What is this Brahma? We will come to this. The Sri Ramachandra will be asking and we will get the answer. Now, one enjoys the bliss of the Supreme Self after analyzing or controlling the desire. So that is the goal. What is the process? Either you analyze or you control, or you have your desires or your sense organs. So yoga marga or the jnana marga, any marga you follow, you have to go beyond the desire, and then what happens? You become really happy. Why? Because that is the source. Where from the happiness comes? It is not there in the rasgulla. It is not there in the mango. It is not there in these or that. It is within you, that happiness. So when you are eating, I know in Andaman again, there's some trawler from the foreign, they come to catch the fishes, and the Indian, the Coast Guard people, they will arrest them, and what they will do with the catch, so much of fishes, and it was all Ilsha fish, where the Bengalis go mad with that fish. So one in the ashrama there was one Datta Babu, Adhir Datta, he was a very wonderful person. And he, Swamiji, you cannot imagine the Ilish has come. And originally he was from East Bengal, they like very much. So he went to the market and he just threw away prices. There in the little money he purchased 5 of them. I told Datta Babu, 5? Who is going to eat? The big fishes. No, boys will eat. And they are born and grown up over here. They have not tasted the sweetwater fish. So try anyway. Then it was cooked, and when it was served on the plates of the students, there were some 50 orphan boys. Then and they tasted, and they, oh no. I told, look at this. And Datta was almost jumping. Are this is ill. Taste is completely different. So from there, what we learn? One thing may be very attractive to you, very interesting to you, very tasty to you, but it may not be the same with the other. So from there we can understand enjoyment is not into that particular object. It is in you. You are habituated with the ilsha fish and you are thinking you have developed from your childhood days the taste. So obviously you like it, but not the other who has not developed that taste. It is not in the taste, it is in your own mind. So we enjoy because our own mind wants to enjoy. So this is the way when we analyze. So what happens? When you go beyond all this, original joy, original bliss, original happiness come. So that is called the Supreme Brahman. The one of the epithets by which we can analyze the Brahman is the bliss. Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa is the embodiment, the source of eternity, source of knowledge, source of bliss. Why they said knowledge? Without the knowledge, there will be nothing. Unless and until you are having that knowledge. So source of knowledge is this. We may remember, those who are following my class, you may remember that we started the story that in the original, the Yoga Vasistha, it is there. I took the Muni Vasistha, the Brahma, the creator. Because the Vasistha was curious to know how the Brahma is creating. So he asked that story. And in that the Brahma, just to remind, the Brahma told, see that I am creating, no doubt. But you know, the other day when one yuga was complete, the full circle was complete, and I took little rest, and then I woke up again to create a new creation, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, and total, all these things it is in the mind. So I wanted to, then I found already creations are there all around me. I was wondering what is it. I am the person who is supposed to create, and Vishnu Bhagavan has asked me to create. Now who are these people creating without my knowledge? I found one son of one of the creations. Then I called him, can you please explain what is this? Then he said that the Lord 10 sons, and these 10 sons, they served their parents. Then after that, they asked the boon from the Shiva that they should also become the creator. Shiva blessed them. So they are creating like you. Then he asked, what I am going to do then? Read that, and he said, why not you also create? The 10 young men were creating the universe, and the Brahma got confused, and he said, the son of one of the creation, he said, Lord, in your own consciousness, create the world as many as you like. In your own mind, in your own consciousness, create the world. O Lord, the mind alone is the creator of. Was giving the Vasistha. And there he was telling, I am the creator. But you know what is this creation? I learned it from experience. What is that? That sun was telling, why the sun? Because it is light. The light is the symbol of knowledge. So that sun was telling, the mind alone is the creator of the world, and mind alone is the supreme. What is done by the mind is action. What is done by the body is not action. This line we should remember and we should mark it. Anything that we do through the mind is the action, and the thing that we do with the body is not. Why? Instruction of the mind. Anything that we are doing because of the instruction of the mind. So it is mind that is responsible. Physically, we don't do many things. Secretly, we are planning and then creating problem for thousands of people. I am not doing, I am sitting over here. How am I to know? The law of the country, law of the court cannot catch you or punish you. But there is an God is there, Jagannatha, without any eyelids. His eyes are always open. So that's why they say, and this Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna mentioned, the Lord sees the mind, not where you are living, what you are eating, what type of dress you are wearing, what language you are using. Nothing. It is your mind only. So we have to be careful about our thoughts. And if we thought positively, then the action will be positive, result will be positive, and the blessings will flow. So that's why the sun is telling to the Brahma, what is done by the mind is action. What is done by the body is not action. O Lord, one beholds with physical eyes only such objects as have been created by him in his own mind. This is Vedanta. In the Vedanta, they say you are creating your own world. And here the sun is telling in a dialogue that beholds that the physical eyes, what they see, only such objects as have been created by him in his own mind. Oh, this is my friend. I created that thought. This is my friend. And this person is not my friend. This is that. Always I create. And so the best leaders, what do? They always empty their mind before taking the decision. There's so many different type of information will come to him. Raja karnena pashyati, in Sanskrit they say. A king sees through his ears, not through eyes. The king cannot go to every place, he only gets the information. And the information, mostly it is distorted information. The person who is representing in his own way. It's very difficult to represent as it is. So that is the reason one must be very, very careful. Even sometimes when we see things with our own eyes, and if we jump on the decision, we make mistake. There's a beautiful stories, I don't know whether they teach us in this nowadays schools or not. When we were children, we used to read this type of stories. One person has a mongoose, and the pet mongoose. The person went out leaving his little baby in the room and the mongoose. And when he came back, he found the mongoose's mouth is full of the blood. Judging, God, the mongoose has killed my child. Immediately with the stick that he was holding in his hand, he beat that mongoose and killed him. Then he entered into the room and found there is a poisonous snake was there near the baby, where the baby was lying. And this mongoose fought with that snake, killed the snake, and came out, and the blood that was there in his mouth is the blood of the snake, not of the child. He saved the child. Then the man was beating his the forehead and said, "Oh, I am a fool." Truly. So when we take the decision, we should not jump on just by seeing something or hearing something. Why? Because just somebody said something and someone forwarded me a message with some picture, without analyzing, without understanding, I get agitated, immediately forward that to my group of 100 people. I am joining and shaking hands with the devils who are planning in that way. If the man of religion, those who are sincere to develop the spiritual life, must be very, very analytical. And the Sangyama, you have to control your mind. Don't act in that way about which you don't know, because manakrita kritam loke. Because in your mind immediately the anger, the hatred, all that is coming. Nowadays that is the problem, and great problem. And we just click a switch, a button, and it goes to hundreds of people. And without knowing, I commit a great sin. So manakritam kritam loke, we should remember it. And he is telling, whatever we see, it is our mind's creation. O Lord, now he is telling, wise men do not desire to do anything. This is the first statement. Again, wise men do not desire to abandon action either. They also do not say no. Though one of our senior Swamiji used to tell most of the time, don't seek, don't shun. In the Ramakrishna Mission is a big organization, different type of works, their responsibilities are there. They don't seek anything. Wait. If the God is wanting your service, he will say. And if anything is offered to you, don't shun. No, I won't be able to do this, I want that. Don't choose anything. So that is the way the life should go. And he says, in truth, the infinite consciousness, individual consciousness, and the infinite space are all of one substratum, pervaded by the infinite consciousness. Inert and sentient are two words only. In the mind, the subject is believed to be sentient and the object is inert. Subject and object. When I am looking at this table, in my mind, when I am thinking about the table, I am the subject, I am thinking. And I am looking at this table, the object. So I am thinking this table is inert. It has no life. But I have life. The prana, but each and everything having the prana. Each and everything. So this is the Vedanta, and this way, the slowly, the Rama was by that time 13 to 16 years, within that the age group. Rama was very young, just completed his study and came back from the Guru Griha. Vasistha was teaching him this. He was telling, inert and sentient are two words only. In the mind, the subject is believed to be the sentient and the object inert. Rishi Vasistha said to Rama, O Rama, I asked Brahma, O Creator, please tell me, when our body, which is inert, gets destroyed, does it destroy the mind too? In reply, the Brahma said, O dear one, in this creation, everyone, including me, has two bodies. First is mental body, second is physical body. He is telling, including me, the Brahma, and each and everything is having two bodies. One is Sukshma Sharira, another is Sthula Sharira. Mental body gets the result of action. Physical body achieves nothing. The Sharira that we say, that is the body, as because this is very gross, we can touch it, we can feel it. So obviously we are always concerned about the physical body. But physical body is nothing. Mind and mind. That's why the Hindus, after the death, they burn the body. They never preserve it. Why? It has no value at all. And they give much importance on the thoughts, on the mind. What is religion? Nothing but good thoughts. Satyam vada, dharmam chara. They go on teaching. When the children, they come to the school, the teacher will teach them that. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, the Shiksha Balli, that is, the Balli means the course of the education. What is that? First and foremost, that your mind should be trained up. I am going to tell the truth only, and only truth and nothing else. So when we are taking the oath, it is expected that you will keep the word. So what is dharma? What is religion? What is righteousness? Keeping the words, keeping the promises. I took the promise that I will tell the truth. Till my death, I will do that. Or otherwise, if I break my promise, I will say that I did it and I am sorry for it. And they themselves wish to take the punishment on them. There are many stories. That is the people they were. So here they say the two bodies are there, physical and the mental. One is Sukshma Sharira, subtle body. Another is gross Sharira. Of course, the Karan Sharira is there, causal body, they also think. Here the Brahma is giving the answer to the Vasistha and mentioned there are two. O Lord, Brahman has created both body and mind, but how Brahman was created? Now here the Ramachandra, he is thinking, not Brahman, Brahma. He is thinking that he will ask this question to Vasistha. The Brahma has created, but when the Brahma has created, then afterwards the question naturally will come, who has created Brahma? The Brahma has created this Jagat. But who has created the Brahma? This, if we go through the Bhakti Shastra, the devotional scripture will say, Lord Vishnu has created. The Lord Vishnu, he has created from the Nabhi Padma, that is all explanations are there. From his navel, then the edit flower came, and on that the Brahma was sitting. He was having 4 heads because the Lord Vishnu gave him the total knowledge of the Veda, which are 4, Rik, Sham, Yaju, Atharva. So the Brahma is having the 4 knowledge, 4 Veda, and Brahma had to work. So the Rajaguna was given to him. So he is raised like that explanation. And Brahma Shakti is the Saraswati, because the Jnana, the creation means the knowledge. Each and everything. Yesterday we went because we have to cover a window in the newly purchased church that we are converting it into the home of harmony. In the front, on the top of the front door, there's a window, and that should be covered. And I was wondering, the engineers, they were so specific because the curves are there and how to cover the curve, and the measurement must be perfect. Otherwise, the finishing, the cover that we are preparing won't be complete. So it is knowledge, knowledge and knowledge only for every creation. It is knowledge, anything. So the Brahma, his Shakti, the power through which it is working, is Saraswati, the goddess of learning. So if we read this, we understand in Hinduism this is a wonderful way they explain. The Brahma, how Brahma was created, Rama was thinking that question, apprehending, thinking. Immediately the Guru, apprehending this question of Sri Rama, Vasistha said, the absolute Brahman, The pure consciousness pervades everything in an undifferentiated state. Undifferentiated state. So this word, undifferentiated, that means there was no difference. There was no sattva guna, there was no raja guna, no tama guna, there is no difference. It is all one, an absolute one. So undifferentiated way, it was pervading everything. And another Sanskrit word is called bibhu, which is all pervading and in a subtle form. When that, of its own accord, now this is the word, of its own accord. That's why Swami Vivekananda, when this question was asked, when the creation was created, he said, Hindus are bold enough to say, we do not know. How you will know? Because we are all created. The creation, how? Here the Vasistha is saying, this all-pervading consciousness, without any difference, for some reason, of its own accord, condensed. The cosmic mind was born. When it condensed, cosmic mind was born. And this cosmic mind that thinks. Now, in that cosmic mind arises the intention of the existence of the different elements in their extremely subtle state. In that condensed mind, so how the things happen? Of its own. No one created. So this is the Vedantic answer of the creation. Then it says, and that's why in the Sanskrit they say, ekaham bahushyama vihi. The Brahman, the pure consciousness, as if thought, as if I am alone, I like to be many. The moment the thought crossed its mind, all the creation started. So this, they are trying to explain the creation. The how with the creation, different elements in extremely subtle state it was there. The totality of all this is the cosmic person or Brahma. So we have to remember those who are in the beginners in the Vedanta, one is Brahman without A. Brahman means all-pervading consciousness. And when we say Brahma, that is the cosmic mind, and another name of that is the Brahma or the cosmic mind, and that is the creator. The Brahma, the creator, is none other than the cosmic mind. O Rama, all objects and substances in this universe have emerged in Brahman, the absolute, just as waves manifest in ocean. They are giving a beautiful example. So how these things happen, just the waves that happen in the ocean, the same way. The same thing, the consciousness took the form. Waves are taking a form, and we are giving the names also, but it is the same ocean water. The same way the creation, we are giving the name and form, but it is same. O Rama, the cosmic mind or Brahma perceives itself as the egotism, and thus the cosmic mind becomes Brahma, the creator. What is this ego? I sense. If the ego is not there, there will be no creation. If I don't have the I sense, the ego, then who will create? Who will do what? When the man Narendranath used to come to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, and he used to argue with Sri Ramakrishna, and others will say, hey, what is this? He's a great man, our Guru, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Why you are doubting his the words? Why you are arguing with him? Sri Ramakrishna used to say, no, allow him to do that. That I, the ego, is coming up. So he wants to know. I want to know. I'd like to learn. So that's Swami Vivekananda used to learn in that way. So that is the power of that cosmic mind alone appears to be the diverse forces and became known as diverse or various jivas. This is the creation, is explaining the creation. The Vedantic way of creation. Every philosophy, they must have to speak about three things. First is, who is the creator? What is this creation and how it was created? And what is the relation between the creator and the creation? So Vedanta will say this way, how? Consciousness. Then as if for some reason it condensed and it developed a cosmic mind, and the cosmic mind associated with the ego, and that is the Brahma, and from there all the creation is coming. Whatever the power of that cosmic mind, that is creating and small little things, that is called the jivas. These diverse jivas composed of the elements. Now see, coming down, they are coming down to the elements. What are the elements? 5 elements: Shiti, Apa, Teja, Marut and Boma. So Hindus, when they do the arati, every time if you go to the Hindu temple, you will find the 5 items they are using. These only 5 items. Shiti is the flower, Apa the water that is there in the conch, and Teja, that is the fire that they show, Panchapradipa or whatever. Maruta, that the fan they will be showing, and Vyoma, a small piece of cloth they will show before God. The Shiti, Apa, Tej, Marut, Boma, these are the 5 ingredients out of which the millions of things have been created. So this is the creation to which the consciousness entered through life force. Now the creation is there, but if it is inert, then there is no joy. There are so many dolls are there made of wood or stone. Sometime we play, and the small children, out of their imagination, they'll be talking with the dolls. But when we grow up, we don't like those dolls. We like living friends, a living being, maybe a boy, the girl or whatever. We like to talk to them, our neighbors, even the dogs and the cats and the pets. We like to talk to them, they are living. So life is necessary. How that consciousness will enter? Through the life force it entered into, forms the bodies both moving and unmoving. Then the birth as in individual takes place. O Rama, desire alone is the cause of these, hence destroy your desire. Desire alone is the cause. Ekaham bahushyamavi, that was the desire of the Brahman, and now because of the desire. Then the jiva got so many ingredients, and then the desire started coming, and there were some qualities developed, sattva, raja, tama, the good, the bad. That is also explained, maybe in the next class we will discuss. So now he is concluding, O Rama, destroy your desires. Thank you, friends. Then if there is any question, we will ask the answer to that.
Srima Visas is asking, what is ego?
The ego, just now as you found, the ego is nothing but the reflection of the consciousness on our buddhi. I repeat that, reflection. It's not original. Reflection of the consciousness. And when I find that, I start thinking, oh, this is me. So that is the ego. In reality, it is not me. How can it be? And I gave that example many a times. If the moon is boasting, hey, if you are not listening to me, I am not going to give you the light. Can moon say that? The light is not of the moon. It is a reflection from the sun. So that is the way we have to understand. So we should not be showing our the ego, that because it is not our own. Any other question?
No more.
Thank you. So let us say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat.